Hello and welcome to everybody who is watching this video today. I have a special honor to introduce you Brando Schenker, one of my first participants of my mentorship program. And he is sitting in Netherlands, in Amsterdam, and I send best regards to you, Brando. Hello, and how are you?
Hello, Mirsad. I'm fine. It's a nice and sunny day. I'm good. How are you?
I'm also fine. I'm very happy that I catch your time, that you share a little bit of your experience with our mentorship program. You are one of the first participants, which also have very good results. And I would be happy to share your experience with another people who also join the program and maybe also a few of them who have a plan to join it. It's very important to speak about few points what
Okay.
we educate, and I would be happy when I receive a feedback directly from you. I will maybe start with maybe one of the most important tasks what I receive in my consultation calls, and that's the task about how to connect with decision makers. Many of newcomer agents have this big challenge. You was
Yeah.
also one of them.
Yeah.
And I would like to know how was our system with LinkedIn to connect with decision makers works out for you?
Yeah. So if you look at LinkedIn, first of all, you have to find out if they are on LinkedIn. Second thing is when they are on LinkedIn, you cannot just send a connection request because yeah, it doesn't add any value for them. So most of the times where we have built some way to add a message that's interesting for them to at least read it and then say, this person is interesting. Maybe I can do something with him in the future or not, whatever. So that's the way you build first a connection, and then when you have done that, you can slowly try to find out what they are looking for. So you have to do your research on the club that they are working for, and then you can see, okay, they have a problem in midfield or whatever, and if you can add your player to that, then it becomes also a transaction that benefits them. It's all about their benefit. It's not about you. That's the most important thing that you learn with this. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And would you also say that our kind to approach or maybe to make our clients like you in a way to a special expert on LinkedIn was beneficially? And also, is this platform professional enough to make the contacts what we need for the start?
You can make, of course, contacts, but it's not the only way to do it, of course. So LinkedIn is just one tool, and the other is way better is direct contact. But that means you have to travel or go and visit clubs, go and watch matches, and then you see a person, and then you also teach how you can quickly, in just 30 seconds, make a connection. And that's also important. And that's actually even better, but because then they have seen your face, and you don't know in their head what they will do with that information. But the next time you say, "Hey, you remember I met you in Antalya," then they remember that you traveled all the way to Antalya to meet them, and that's also gives you an edge, a small edge. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, you speak now about Antalya. Yes, that was also our event where we not just connect with decision makers, where we also connect as a family, as a Spa Academy family, what we are using the completely years of our academy, but also we do there also our talent scouting education. And yes, I would like that you also maybe with few words tell the participants now on this call how important was for you the education for the talent scouting, especially for agents.
Yeah, so you are holding up the book, and that's where we record in the information. And
Yeah.
there's a certain way to do that, to quickly find out why is a player good, what are the attributes of the player, but also if you want to look at the whole match and see how the match is being played and then identify the players that are good. But when you are with a group, you have different perspectives and you learn other agents, how they see things, and you evaluate together. So it teaches you that sometimes you have to look at things in a different way. And that's really beneficial, I think, for everybody. Next to that, you can actually see the players right in front of you. If you look from TV or when you are in a big stadium from far away, it's completely different because you see how fast it goes, the game, because you're right on top of it. And that gives you also an extra added value. Okay, so this is how fast it goes and this is how this player is handling it. That's really good. And next to that, of course, you see the players, you are in the hotel, you can even talk to the player, you can get their story to where they are, what their struggles are, what they are struggling with. So that's very good. So you see also their mental game and how they are as a person. And next to that, you get some extra information from the club owners, the president, the sporting director that you also meet. So you get some context, but mainly also you talk about the players, which one is good, which one is not good, why do you think that? And you get more and more information. And information is money nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. When we was in Antalya, it was a bigger group. Like I said, the Spa Academy family also growing from week to week, from month to month. But we have also few panels with decision makers, like sport director from champion of Hungary, also from a high-level club from Croatia, and you will have the possibility to ask them specific questions. Is there some story that you can remember what impressed you especially when we was there? Because it was very interesting answers also from the decision makers.
Yeah, so of course you get their perspective, but most of them have been in the job for a longer time, and you start to understand how they deal with agents. And that means that you have to bring value. So if you don't bring value, and value doesn't mean you have to bring the top player, but you have to bring a player that solves some kind of problem for the team. And you can make a mistake, but if you can explain why you think that is, then you are in a discussion and you will be taken seriously. But if you just send a player and no good context, no good explanation why he should fit the team, then the sporting director will tell you, listen, thank you for the profiles, it's not for us, forget it. And if you don't listen to that and you do it again, then the second time they think you are an idiot, and then the third time they will not pick up. That's the main message that was explained to us when we were there. Yeah.
Yes. Special story was with Van Haren, with Steven Van Haren. He explained how, what not to do
Yeah.
when you contacted the first time.
Yes, and this is, of course, you have different sporting directors, and he has a kind of a method how he works and how he operates and how he wants to systemize his teams within the club. And the other, I think, was also from, I don't know,
Petrovic from Enkausik.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he is a different personality. He's more of a personality, yeah. So that's also how you see, okay, but these people are different, but in the end, they want to have the same thing, that you bring some player that solves a problem for them.
Yeah, correct. Good. When you were starting with the program of mentorship, of course, I secure you, on-demand connection and calls. You also use it. How satisfied was the support from Coach Keric and from the Spa Academy for you on the start?
Yeah, for me, it was very beneficial, and I don't want to waste your time also. So I try to get the information from you really specific. So I will explain some things like Sometimes you see a player and you think he's good, and then you want to approach the player, but you have to deal with the parents, and then you have the mother and the father, and they are completely different. Sometimes they are divorced, whatever. So you have to build some kind of rapport with these people, and that's where you were like a mirror for me to discuss how to approach it. Also, sometimes players they don't want to talk because they don't trust agents, and here you get also some support. And then other instances is connecting with clubs because clubs work in different ways, and you don't know this in advance. So you come into a situation like, okay, this club, I'm talking to this person, but actually there's a whole board of people that decide what they do. So then you have to navigate it, and that's where you can get the support. This is actually the support on really the agent work. So not only the support for getting the license and
Yeah.
training for the license, but after that and get to work. Because when you start in a completely new world with all kinds of players, I mean actors, so it could be parents, it could be players, football players, could be sport directors, technical directors, and everybody is different and has a different agenda, and you need to be able to navigate in that space. And that's just difficult, but I think the main thing is that you taught me in the beginning how to secure the deal setting, and then of course in the end how to finalize it and make sure you get paid and that everybody's happy. Yeah.
That's exactly the point. I try to be there for you in the practical way, in the, like you say, process of transfer, on any situation when you need. And I'm also thankful to you that you really just contact me when it was concrete and when you need this support. But that's also the issue why we have this on-demand support in this mentorship program, because that's the most important thing. When sometimes you need the information immediately, then it must be, and not in 3 days or in 5 days or after 10 emails. And I'm very proud that I help you when you always need it, and it works. On the end of the story, we have, and you have also a very good outcome after this mentorship program. How is numbers your outcome? More or less, how many connections with decision makers you have now, and also how many transfers you are closing in the
Well,
past?
now I have, if you look at decision makers I know now that are in my network, yeah, it's really a large group. And then around that, you have even a bigger group, but you haven't worked together or really talked together, but you only exchange some basic information. So that has grown. And that also enables you to check certain things for players. More and more players come to you. So I scout my own players, but you also get players that say, I'm a free agent, can you help me? Or even players that are with other agents. But there I always say, you have to talk to your agent, and we can always collaborate, but I always send them back to the agent because that I need to do according to the
Yes,
rules.
of course.
Otherwise, all of us get into trouble. That leads then to first you do some small transfers, and then now the transfers are getting more complex. But once you do certain type of transfer, let's say from, for instance, to the UK, and if people know that you have done that, then suddenly bigger players will come. If they know you have done something in the Gulf region, then also other people will contact you, and then your network will grow faster, and you can even do better deals. So I think I'm now at the point that I'm at that point where this turning point is.
Yeah. You can say with your transfers, what you do in every another market, you attract yourself.
Yes.
People are more interesting to connect with you, and also players alone heard that somebody is there who move
Yes.
players and make it happens, and that is a huge benefit. You just
Yes.
must make the first 1, 2, or 3 transfers, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. I see that you don't want to say any number, but can you say us, do you make more than 3 transfers or more than 5? How much you have now collected in the last time that you worked with
I
me?
think I'm now between 6 and 10.
Oh,
We are now in the window, and still some things are happening. So
okay. Okay, good.
I hope I will be closer to 10 after this window. Yeah.
Okay. Can you then say, yes, this mentorship program and the transfer guiding system, what I learn in the Spa Academy works?
Yes, yes. And actually, what you always say, you are always about collaboration. I always keep in mind. So I'm always open to collaborate with other agents, because it's better to collaborate and make a deal than say, I think I'm a big agent, I don't need anybody, and then don't make any deals. I think that's not smart. So I like the collaboration. And you see also in football, some people are very close. They want to keep everything to themselves, and others are very open-minded. And I think they create more in the market. Yeah.
Yeah. A special status, I think, is the collaboration inside of our Spa Academy.
Yes. Yes.
Why you think is that important?
We have, of course, aspiring agents for the world. So within our community, if you need information, it's very easy to get that. You just connect to the people in the Spa Academy, and you can discuss certain things, and you know what's happening in a certain market, yes or no, and then you get the information. Like I said, the information is money,
Yeah.
and then you can use it to your benefit very quickly.
Yeah. It's also beneficial that we know each other from the online education and also from the offline events.
Yes. Yes. I don't know if you remember, but we did many times the 7 question online. Even people that are not in the Spa Academy, they say, I know you. You helped me get the license because I watched the 7 questions. So that's good. And we help each other in the Spa Academy. And offline, when you are with a group like in Antalya or in Germany, where we were in Pforzheim, that's good to meet each other and to help each other, support each other, and to broaden the knowledge and expand the network.
Yes, that's true. On the end of the interview, maybe the question, would you do the mentorship program again? And are you satisfied with it, with this decision or not?
I think without the mentorship program, I wouldn't be where I'm right now. How can I say this about myself?
Yes.
I think I have a good pair of brains. I'm not stupid, and that's also a disadvantage, because you think when you start out with something, I can do it alone. Nobody can build something alone. You always need other good people around you, because then you can build faster and you can build bigger, and you just make more impact. So I would always do it again if I had the chance. Yes, 100%.
Very interesting to hear the answer. But one thing we must to mention to everybody who decide to join our mentorship program and the Spa Academy, it's not just like that. It's difficult. You must to put effort inside. And yes, you are very successful and you are really one great participant and part of our Spa Academy family. But I must to say, this is not easy. It is hard. You must to put work inside. But what's very important, the system works. And the support of the mentorship program give you the benefits, but you must do the homework. And that you really do. And that's on a longer term. On a longer term, you was consistently.
Yeah. So I think whatever you do in life, if you go for it, you have to be a little bit obsessive and just go for it, because success will come. A person that is successful at whatever they do, they have had their lonely nights when everybody was sleeping and they were studying. They had months or weeks that trying and testing and it failed. But that's what you need to embrace, and you need to start loving that and have the discipline to keep on going, and then you will be successful. And if you are not successful, then there must be really a specific reason why not somebody is blocking you or something else. But if you really work hard and have discipline, the fruit will come.
Yeah. But even then, you know that I have my lifetime guarantee. Even then, when something not work out so fast and maybe so easy for the participant, we are there for them to push them through the process that they learn it. And like I always say, I give you the support of the mentorship until you don't make a transfer, and that's lifetime. But I hope it's not happen that people need a lifetime to make a transfer.
Yeah, but I see it the same as I have a really good trainer that trains young players, and he can really make a player better. But in the end, the player must want it and must have the discipline to come to training.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Brando, thank you for your time. I'm very happy, really, that I have you in our Spa Academy family, that you are also one of my partners, and that the future is coming for us together. I hope that some of people who watch this interview and video have some inspiration and see what is happen on the practical way after the passing the exam, with the license, without license, and that they will make the right decisions and start the career as an agent with a mentor and with a system which really works. Thank you very much for your time, and best regards to Zlatan, to our friend.
Thank you, Coach Keric. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.